President Donald Trump might have been a little bit too smart for his own good because he opened up a can of beans.
It's a young samurai, I smoke a spliff in the cut, then I pass a line to my bro. No fuck with my flow, couple bad bitches and a cup of that tro. So it's just THC.
Going to have a news conference outside of ESPN headquarters, demanding a meeting with them, speaking to them about Hill's suspension, and of course, this overall issue about the players, the national anthem, the flag, and the right to protest.
The announced suspension of Jamel Hill to be outrageous at best and insulting in fact. To suspend someone for tweeting their analysis of what Jerry Jones did and to act as though that somehow desecrates the name of the company seems to us to be a bridge too far.
He also suggested there are racial undertones to what Jerry Jones said when he made it clear his players will stand and he didn't care what they had to say.
Jerry Jones' decision in many ways smacks of a plantation mentality. Let us not forget, Jerry Jones himself took a knee with members of the team. In essence, what Jerry Jones is saying is that you can bow if I tell you to bow. You can take a knee if I tell you to take a knee and take it with me. But if you want to do it on your own, then you'll be off the field.
Mike Wilbon, a colleague of Jamel Hill's at ESPN, also did not hold back when he shared his thoughts with regards to Jerry Jones' comments. Shirley, go to my iPad.
Down in linked arms and all this stuff. And he said, but I want to honor the anthem. And I understand that. And it seemed like that was where he was going. But now it just seems like it was as phony as a $3 bill. And the word that comes to my mind, and I don't care who doesn't like me using it, is plantation. The players are here to serve me, and they will do what I want no matter how much I pay them. They are not equal to me. That's what this says. To me and mine. And I want to know where the players are going to go.
Yeah.
These players in the NFL, their careers and their contracts are not guaranteed.
BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Hey, before this video even continue, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Alright, so, look, initially, the protest was not about the national anthem. See, this is what happens. Let's say we have an issue with something, and let's say we try to address that thing that we have an issue with. Usually, people that know that you're in the right and that they have no defense for the issue that you have or the issue that you're trying to address, what they will do is they'll try to throw up a smoke screen. It's like when you're having a conversation with somebody and you're both arguing or you're both trying to get your point across and the other person says, well, why are you yelling? You're both talking loud. It's obviously a heated conversation, but that person has no argument for your point because they are 100% wrong. So what they're going to do is they're going to set up a distraction. They're going to act like you're also wrong at something, or they're going to try to divert the conversation into another area in which they can have a discussion about because they're wrong. 9 times out of 10, the people who do this cannot be trusted. Because, let's be honest, if a person is wrong, they know that they're wrong, you're having a conversation with them about how they're wrong, and they don't even want to discuss how they're wrong, or how anything could be fixed, or how we could come to some kind of equal grounds. All they want to do is change the discussion in order to make it about something that you are not trying to address, then obviously they're dishonest people. I mean, there's a lot of dishonest people. The best thing that we could do, just to sidetrack for a second, the best thing that we could do in these type of situations is have as little dealings with these people as possible. Because like I said, they cannot be trusted. So as far as the national anthem is concerned, that wasn't the actual problem. The national anthem was not being protested against. The national anthem was just the time in which was taken to go through with the protest. That's it. That's it. That's all. The national anthem was not being protested against at all. So, how does the national anthem become the part that we're talking about as being protested against? Mr. President Donald Trump decided to try to cause a distraction, which he is great at. He is great. He has to be the best troll ever in the history of trolling, at least in the last 100 years. He's really good at this. So what he does is he changes the narrative to, oh, they're protesting the national anthem. They're protesting the flag. Therefore, the real problem, lack of police oversight, isn't addressed. Why? Because there needs to be police oversight. Period. There are actual police officers out there that are getting away with murdering and harming people of color, and there are no repercussions. There's no argument that you can't argue that. There is no debate that can be had about that. That is fact. So, since they know, or since Mr. President Donald Trump already knows that is not something that can be debated against, what he does is says, oh, that's not really what they're doing. This other thing is happening. You see how that works? Like I said, some people just cannot be trusted. So we go into this whole thing about the national anthem, and the national anthem wasn't even what was being debated. So now I'm about to show you why the national anthem should actually be protested.
When there's significant change, and I feel like that flag represents what it's supposed to represent, and this country is representing people the way that it's supposed to, I'll stand.
Well, that was San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick explaining why he says he will not stand for the national anthem. The internet, as you know by now, has exploded over the decision to sit, including fans setting fire to Kaepernick's jersey. But interestingly, Kaepernick won't stand for an anthem that, as it turns out, celebrates the death of slaves. And I'm willing to bet you had no idea about this, because the only part of the story that we sing is the first verse. And yet, if you keep singing, the Star-Spangled Banner says much more than you might think. Let's start here, because the Star-Spangled Banner came to be during the War of 1812. It was written by Francis Scott Key. The War of 1812 was a war in which the United States attempted to take Canada from the British Empire. But the U.S. underestimated the British, who were able to overrun Washington, D.C. The banner itself, it was written in 1814 about the Battle of Fort McHenry in Baltimore. But as explained in an article by The Intercept, one of the missing parts of history is that part of the reason the British have been so successful during that war was their active recruitment of American slaves. Whole families found their way to the ships of the British, who accepted everyone and pledged that no one would be given back to their owners. Adult men were trained to create a regiment called Colonial Marines, who participated in many of the most important battles, including the August 1814 raid on Washington. Then on the night of September 13th, 1814, the British bombarded Fort McHenry. Key, seeing the fort's flag the next morning, was inspired to write the lyrics for the Star-Spangled Banner. So without question, American slaves played a role in fighting against Americans in that battle. About 6,000 former slaves total fought with the British to secure their own freedom. And Key, he speaks of them when he writes this: "No refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave, and the Star-Spangled Banner in triumph doth wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave." Which candidly turns the anthem as we know it on its head. See, for those slaves, this was not a land of the free. Reality check. During the War of 1812, there actually was one group fighting for their freedom. And the Star-Spangled Banner celebrates America's triumph over them.
There's a lot of things that need to change. One specifically is police brutality. There's people being murdered unjustly and not being held accountable. Cops are getting paid leave for killing people.
So what you need to know is that for all the outrage over Colin Kaepernick, let's end here with a question. In 2015 alone, 102 unarmed black men were killed by police nationwide, and hundreds have died every year. 2014, remember this guy, Eric Gardner? He was choked to death by police because he had sold loose-leaf cigarettes. No officer was charged. 12-year-old Tamir writes in 2014, he was shot to death within 2 seconds of officers arriving on the scene while holding a toy gun on a playground in Cleveland. And no officer was charged there either. Even this year, 2016, Philando Castillo, he was shot to death in Minneapolis. He had a concealed carry license. He never touched his gun. Yes, he had a gun on him, but he told the officer about it. And yet he was shot to death anyway. And these are only 3 faces of the hundreds of unarmed black men who have died at the hands of police officers. Now here's the question. If you feel outrage when you see this picture of Kaepernick sitting down, and yet you do not feel any outrage when you see these images, well, quite candidly, isn't that part of the problem?
Ain't that crazy? So, inadvertently, because President Trump was just trying to just do what he do, distract. He's really good at distractions. So while he was busy distracting the country from the lack of police oversight nationally, by the way, I'm not talking about lack of police oversight in one city or another. I'm saying nationally, the lack of police oversight. While he's busy trying to distract people from that, he actually exposed the national anthem even more for what it is, because I'm pretty sure lots of people had no idea what the national anthem really truly was. With that being said, also, you personally heard Colin Kaepernick right then speaking. He wasn't saying that he's protesting the troops. He wasn't even saying he's protesting the flag. You understand? This is how the entire narrative was changed. But I have a bigger question. And this is, I would like if people could put this in the comment section. I want to know what y'all think about this. Now, should people of color stand for the national anthem? Should people of the color continue to sing the national anthem? Should people of color recognize the national anthem? I would like to know. I want y'all to leave that back in the down in the comment section. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. # Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Hey, look, I love y'all. It's a tough world out here. Keep each other safe. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.